Since what's now called the Miracle on the Hudson, the plane made an emergency landing in the Hudson River where incredibly all 155 people on board survived. Kristen Dahlgren spoke with some of them and has this report.
We're unable. We may end up in the Hudson.
U.S. Airways Flight 1549 is likely the most famous emergency landing in history. After taking off from LaGuardia Airport with 155 souls on board, the jet struck a flock of birds and was forced to ditch into the Hudson River.
Sully said, "This is your captain, brace for impact."
I remember looking around at the other people in the aircraft and just wondering, why today, why me?
Denise Lockie and Laura Zick McCormick were on board.
We had no idea what it felt like to die. So there was a moment where we felt, are we actually alive, or is this how it feels afterwards?
10 years later, those moments still as raw as the cold January day they found themselves in the icy Hudson, nearby ferries plucking them off the wings and life rafts. A flight that lasted less than 5 minutes that has impacted those passengers for a lifetime. Today they still meet up. Once strangers, they now consider each other family.
We have all these shared experiences and we come from all different backgrounds and we have one thing in common. That thing has become very important to all of us.
Sometimes you don't really have to use a lot of words when you're struggling with something, when you're talking to one of your passengers.
When they introduce themselves, they include their seat number.
Lori Crane, 9D.
Because while the landing doesn't define them, it did change how they see the world.
It was really the best thing that ever happened to me. It made me realize what's important in life. The empathy and more awareness of everything going on in the world. I appreciate everything.
Eric still carries this note he wrote to his mother and sister as the plane went down.
You look at that card and you say, what was going on at that instant? I thought my life was about to end. And now it's proof of family.
Laura Zick McCormick's family has grown in the past 10 years. This October, she married a man she met while out with her new friend Denise.
A gentleman had walked in and Denise had pointed him out and said, "Well, there's an attractive fellow." And I looked and I said, "Well, yes, it is."
So maybe thanks in part to the Miracle on the Hudson.
Yeah, I think so. I definitely would give credit to that.
A wing woman in every sense of the word. 10 years later, it seems the Miracle on the Hudson isn't finished yet.
That was Kristen Dahlgren reporting. We'll be back with more right after this.